to right across your screens and radios, but it's Clark who wins back the opening draw. Brant Harper has possession, joined on the back end by Richard Baron. And now here's Luka Radivojevic near side for Nestrasil. Baron looks to keep it in and does. Battle for possession on the near side wall. Won by Baron for a moment. Goes down the wall for Clark. Met by David Klee. He works up the near side and finds Baron at the blue line. Fired. Held on to by Gontia. First off, Tristan, Minnesota. Played last year at Minnetonka High. Here comes Jack Galanek. A goal and an assist last night. Galanek for Nestrasil. Gets it back. Jack Galanek to the near side. Klee tapped on net. Off the post. Loose in the crease. It's swiped away. Now here's Clares. He fires. Far side. Nestrasil turns and fires a shot. Nice save made by ESL. That's Elliot Seguin Lescarbeau. Behind the net. Good check from a Lumberjacks forechecker. Brizgalov taken away by Galanek. Nestrasil now fires. Tough angle. High in the air. Swiped away again by the Bucks defense. Some good forecheck from this Klee unit, like we talked about in the pregame show.
Yeah, it's nice when you bring it up before the game and they deliver, basically, in their first really extended time in the attacking zone. I'm not sure how that Klee shot didn't go in initially. It bounced off the back of the goalie and then sat there.
So, you know, you got the two guys on this broadcast are the two guys that wrote about that tender signing on two different sides.
Years, but to see the arena, to see the development around it, heck, just downtown Muskegon in general.
Well, here's Klee, fires just wide of the cage. ESL might have gotten a piece of it. Vaslav Nestrasil has it. His pass in front, blocked by Harper Searless. It comes in the near side for Galanek. Fires, Searless, another block shot. Now carries out of the zone, but Galanek, Johnny on the spot, picks it back up. Nestrasil continues it down the ice. Thorpe goes D-to-D with Dyer. He's met by David Klee, so free possession for Danny Clares. Finds Luka Radivojevic. Dropped off for Clares. He'll get his feet moving. Fire pass for Galanek. Centered for Nestrasil. Gloves it down. Plays to the near side. Clares drops down for it. Behind the net, Nestrasil. To the far side corner. Blue line Christ. One-timer goes wide. Here's Danny Clares near side half wall. The physicality ramping up. David Klee comes in to throw a check. 2-on-2. Just in front of the Flow Hockey dasherboard. Clark with some space, can't clear it. Knocked away by Nestrasil, so he goes the other way to the near side where he finds the defenseman Gus Thorpe. All the way down the ice, no icing. Theo Kiss sends it. Much needed line change for the visitors. And now here comes Nestrasil. Centers for Kurt Gherkin, looks to get it deep and does. Away from Piepenberg. Connor Buick comes over to help out. Numbers in favor of the Buccaneers, including Piepenberg, who plays ahead. Finding the stick of the player wearing 21 in blue. That's Johnny Conlon, the extra forward tonight. Goes down in a heap, but the arm of the official stays down as well. Jack Galanek to the offensive zone. Centers for Gherkin. Gherkin fires, blocked by Piepenberg. Now Toll, a one-timer, hard shot. Pads.
He's acting like he's got rockets in his skates tonight. He is all over the place.
David Deputy. Today marks the 6th day that he is a Muskegon Lumberjack. He's played in 3 games since then. It's a lot. That's pretty impressive. 4:56 to cross from Reese Shaw. The Coon Rapids, Minnesota native wins it back. Now a shot blocked. There's Jack Galanek. Called him Shiga Godziev. Leaves it behind the net. Next unit on for the Lumberjacks. Clares with Galanek. Nestrasil, Stewart, and Spitznagel. 16 seconds to go on the advantage. Nestrasil near side. Goes across the way for Spitznagel. It bounces off the wall, up to Stewart. Another shot blocked in front. Dyer sends it down the ice, and that'll do it for the Mackenzie Price power play. And really, Matt, grade A chances galore on the power play.
Yeah, if you're the Jacks, just don't get frustrated, right? Easy for me to say, but you're knocking on the door. You've been close to maybe scoring 3 or 4 in this period, to be honest, but just hasn't gone your way. But a lot of good things, both at even strength and during the power play.
75 seconds to go in the frame. Just like every intermission, we'll have an intermission report. I got to go downstairs and host a little activity before then. I think it's a ugly sweater contest. But first, Jake Toll finds Nestrasil. Vaslav near side. Cycles down low for Galanek. Gets it back. It's poked out by Seelinger. And now here's Jake Toll. Sends it back to the near side. Yeah, we're ready to go for the second. It's time to stop talking about the past and talk about the here and now. The second period underway. Jacks won the draw. Now here's Radivojevic up for Nestrasil. He sends it deep. Seguin Lescarbeau leaves it behind his net. Harper Taken away by Nestrasil far side, and now here's Jack Galanek. Up the far side wall, Radivojevic never reached him. Theo Kiss took it away. Clark back to Kiss, far side, near side. Deladonna back for Clark, a nice save. Puck's loose on his backside in the back of the net. Where is it? Did it cross the line? No call yet. The official
it's under him.
Says no. It appears in the crease, and let's see if we get a good look. This almost certainly is going to be a speedio review. Look at Shika Godziev here. Puck goes in the air behind him. Some help from his teammates. Then he sits down behind it. Thank you, Theo Kiss, for taking away the behind the net for Pearson, but sticked away by Sagan Lescarbeau. Barry to Galanek near side. Hockey East men's hockey player in the future at UMass Amherst. It comes up to Danny Clares, and now Barry near side. Barry cycles down low. Talk about Nodak, Bauer's dad, Brad. Also 3 Jacks alumni on that roster, including Sasha Boisvert and Cody Kroll. Clee fires a shot. He'll be at Nodak next year, high and wide. That almost took off the head of a Buccaneer.
Speaking of nice college hockey arenas, that place is a palace. I'd love to see that one day.
You know, we're going to Fargo later this season, and I'm really hoping that we make the 45-minute drive north just to go check it out. Sent back down low. Brizgalov the first one on it. Wraparound attempt. Godziev able to find it in the crease. Maybe a little. Brizgalov fires. It's blocked, and there the Shika chants.
Yeah, we got a chant here at Mercy Health. I love it.
Galanek tried a toe drag, but it comes back the other direction. Sent back down the ice by Bauer Berry. Here's the captain of the Bucks, Steyer. Taken back by Clee. Popped out in front. It comes out to Galanek, but regained by Clark. Up the near side, he looks down the ice, carries down the ice. Big check by David Clee. Clark didn't see the freight train coming down the tracks, and while he stayed on his feet, he looked shocked to take that shoulder from David Clee.
Clee's a big man. Told you in the pregame, 6'4". He wields it well.
He's going to throw another one here onto Dyer. Get off the tracks when the train named Clee is on his way down. Baran sends back to the offensive zone. Here's Reese Lance for the Lumberjacks, though it's regained by Gross-Klaus and sent in. Bauer Berry to the near side finds Vaslav Nestrasil, one of the tallest guys in the USHL. Nestrasil, 6'5". Finds Tynan Lawrence, the offensive end, the lone goal scorer so far today. Barrett Dexheimer at Edina. Jack Christ at Chanhassen. And Tynan Lawrence at Shattuck St. Mary's. Pretty decent casts, if you ask me. Here's Clee. Near side, Bayo fires. Nice kick save by Sagan Lescarbeau. Here comes Gross-Klaus to the offensive zone. Pressured by Radivojevic, just drops off. Nice save on the other side of the ice. 0.1%. The power play unit for the Buccaneers. Middle of the pack, 9th at 17.3%. Seelinger looks up the near side. Clark works the middle of the ice. Jastrzycki has a power play goal against the Lumberjacks this season. Gets it side of the net, pops out for Seelinger. Couldn't pull the trigger on the one-timer, and the pass goes down the ice.
Gotta just lay off. You just have to. So I can see both sides of the argument.
100%. Just a little biased up here, though.
Oh, yes.
Just a little.
We are. It's going to happen.
Baran holds on in his own zone. Not enough time in the period to carry the power play to the third period. Offside. It's a lot. There's a lot to talk about. We haven't hit the election yet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we will.
Been so relieved to not be talking about it the last several weeks.
Kernan brought it back in, now brought it out. Seelinger has it, and it comes back to the near side for Kernan. Up the middle of the ice, Jack Kernan, the Buccaneer leading point scorer, gets it back from the man outside, Jastrzycki, who keeps it in on the half side. Wall. Down low for Kernan. Pass knocked away by Toll. Seelinger looks to clear it. Down low, but it's kept in by Clark. Jastrzycki met by Veilleux with pace. Buck 10 to go on the power play. David Clee sends it the length of the ice. Galanek and Clee get off, so does Toll. Tynan Lawrence has gotten his junior hockey start. He also got the scoring started in the second period. Jacks lead 1-0. Underway here in the third. Jacks have 1 minute and 50 seconds to go on their Mackenzie Price power play. As Lee Andrews mentioned, Connor Buick still sits 2 minutes in the box. Here's David Deputy, the former Lancer. Off for Galanek, up top for Clares, across the way. Stewart, a hard one-timer, goes high off the blocker of the netminder, Sagan Lescarbeau. Puck goes
For a broadcaster, I felt for everyone trying to call that one.
Do you know where Doc Emmerich got his start?
Port Huron, correct?
With the Flags in the
Yes.
IHL.
I think he still lives there. I want to say in that part of Michigan, in addition to a Florida home.
Here's Claire's near side for Galanek. Turns and fires. Oh, it got blocked in front, almost handcuffed the netminder. Now it escapes down the ice. Doc Emmerich is my hockey idol. Growing up a Devils fan in New Jersey, I listen to Doc every single
there
night.
You go.
Here comes Galanek to the offensive zone, though it's blocked down and sent the length of the ice by Piepenberg.
That's what my son wants to be. He wants to be a YouTuber. I said, hey, maybe I'll get on the board with that.
Yeah, 100%. Esports are
yeah.
big money maker in college. You get tuition off, scholarships. Nestrasil, he'll get some scholarship for playing hockey. He's been hot, representing UMass Amherst really well. That logo next to his name. Their fans, Matt, have been fired up with his play as of late. But here comes Yastrzemski, fires on to Gonziev, turned aside. Future Augustana men's hockey player, stoned by the Lumberjacks netminder.
Good backhand, too. Firm, on target. But, again, Gonziev equal to it.
Well, here's Václav Nestrasil. He's been hot. Finds Radivojevic. A Chechen to a Slovakian. Radivojevic carries to the far side. Behind the net, Kirk Kirkin. Wraparound attempt. Does he score? He does! What a gritty goal from Kirk Kirkin. The wraparound extends the lead. It's clears the near side wall. Goes backwards D to D with Bauer Berry. Bauer will play against his dad in college hockey when St. Thomas, where he'll be a Tommy, joins the NCHC. Nice move away from Gross-Klaus, finds Klee far side. Sent all the way down. Nestrasil looking to leg it out, negate the icing, but Thorpe.
As far as conferences go, some of the old guard teams as well had to adjust and was musical chairs for a while there in college hockey. Now it seems pretty settled, and now we're adding some new squads like St. Thomas, Augustana. We've seen Long Island as well. So it's just great to see college hockey expanding in that way.
We are at the forefront of what is going to be the greatest change in junior and college hockey in the history of the sport.
Yep, obviously didn't even talk about the news from this fall, right? With eligibility changes coming up. It's going to really benefit college hockey, I know that.
Here comes Yastrzemski to the offensive zone. Played out in front. Joining the rush was the defenseman Richard Baran. Game has made 32 saves on 34 shots, and it's not like he's made 32 routine saves, Matt.
No, another one where he is sprawled out, and I think that might have actually been a pass from Deputy that ESL stopped. So it might get credited as a shot.
Oh, big hit by David Klee on Conlon. Sorry to interrupt you. The train was coming through again.
That's at least 3 big ones for him in that very same spot right in front of the penalty boxes.
You know who's got the best view of it? That's Lee Andrews, the public address announcer.
Got to do that job last year, and that was a lot of fun. I love being down close, not for game calling purposes, but just to experience the physicality and the speed of the game.
Top junior players in the world going at it here at Trinity Health Arena. Bayo, one of them, steps up. His numbers
reach, so passes don't handcuff you.
You know, I got to be honest with you. David Klee is the perfect captain, and I've got to tell you, a lot of willing to drop the gloves and know how to stay safe when doing so. Look at that gritty effort, by the way, from Nestrasil, from his stomach to keep possession in favor of his team. And it's not just the fighting. It's the face-off taking as well. It's the positioning in the middle of the ice. Rudy Burrs-Collins is going to learn a lot from playing with David Klee, a guy with a similar style, similar size, and another centerman that's going to dictate the middle of the ice for years to come here in the USHL and with the Lumberjacks. Here comes Nestrasil to the offensive zone, pressured by Harper. Delayed penalty. Claire slowly gets back to his feet, and as Des Moines touches up, I think...
for at least a goal to make it interesting at the end.
Yeah, power kill units are very much a thing in hockey nowadays. Galanek, a one-timer, goes wide. And you go back to that PWHL rule they implemented last year in the jailbreak, and it almost entices coaching staffs to put out their top-end talent to try and score a goal while shorthanded. Here comes Nestrasil to the offensive zone. Nestrasil in front, clears the one-timer. Rebound, loose, they score. It's Teddy Spitznagel. A Mackenzie Price power